Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good Friday morning. How you doing, Michael?
I am doing amazing, dude.
Today is Friday. Today is Donut Day. Today is the start of the weekend.
I forgot it was donut day. Forgot to buy me a donut today. I failed.
I ended up going down and getting a slice of bacon ranch pizza, chicken bacon ranch pizza down at the store where I get my coffee in the morning.
You went with that instead of the donut.
Well, I did because they do have donuts there, but I needed something warm. You know what I mean? You get something warm in your stomach to get the day started.
Yeah.
And that's where I was at. So, I'm cool with that.
There you go. Dude, last night I bought these CBD plus THC gummies.
Yeah.
I took one about a half hour, started feeling something. I had like two small little margaritas. I like, you know what? For science reasons, I should take a second one just to see the effects. Because they're not like the real gummies.
Right.
The cool ones. But it was just enough to like take the pain off my ankles and knees. So I take a second one. And I'm just sitting here in my chair watching a show. All of a sudden, my body totally relaxed, and it felt like I was just like a rock sitting here. Like I just felt everything just released, and I was just a bump on the log, just sitting here. And I go to bed and I pass out at like 7:30. Yeah, 7:30. I wake up at midnight. I have no idea where I am. I'm trying to like piece together what happened. No idea what was going on. I was completely out of it. I did not feel right until like 3:30 this morning at work. I was like going through the motions, getting stuff set up. It was just a total. It felt like everything was in slow-mo. And I don't do a lot of the gummies anymore. So these fake ones, man, they just had the right amount of something in there.
Where did you get those at?
Just like your local little tobacco shop. That's it said CBD. I was like, yeah, I'm out driving. I was going to pick up like dinner. And I'm like, dinner or lunch. And I was like, all right, I'll just stop in, see what they have. I was like, I need something more than like Advil or Aleve right now. Just something, take the pain off. And yeah, they took the pain away. All right. They're still not as good as the real ones, but for legal knockoff ones, they're not bad.
So that was a good decision you made then?
It was a very good decision. I still can't talk properly from it.
At least you got them. Is there like a bunch in the pack? Do you have them for the weekend and everything?
Yeah, there's like 10 to a pack, and I bought 2 packs.
Oh, that's cool.
You just take a handful and just shove them down in.
Right.
Yeah, because they're it's only like 0.3% of the like 9 THC, whatever that is, THC from hemp. So hey, it did its job. It made me feel good. Because the last time I got high was when that secondhand contact high.
You're right.
From LBR and BBM Mizzle.
Yeah.
That was like the last time I actually had like real stuff. And so, these little bad boys aren't that bad.
Speaking of the guys, Snifa.
Yeah.
Sniffer. He it's his birthday today. Big
oh, no way.
Big birthday shout out to Snifa. Yes.
Yeah, my man's who I kept calling Sinfa to his face and just smiled till the end. Is like, it's Snifa.
Yeah. What a good guy he is. He went with your stupidity the whole time and didn't even say it.
Hey, I give him credit. He's like, I'll humor him. I won't embarrass him.
Yeah.
So happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Snifa. Yes. Big win last night. Celtics knock off the heavily favored Warriors to win 120-108 in game 1. Take a 1-0 lead. I think that this is going to be all Golden State for the rest of the way out. I think he pissed them off now. Let's just say for let's just say maybe Boston could win one more. I that's my limit. But you know what? I think Golden State comes out and does their thing, and I think they're going to win another championship.
I don't know. I might be after game one. I might be switching my pick here. I don't know. You hit that many threes in a row they did in the third, you're going to win. But I don't know. That's like what Golden State's known for too. Hopefully, it's just like a 3-point contest to see who's going to win. I want.
You know what?
I want a lot of threes and I want a lot of scores.
With Golden State, they got a bunch of shooters of their own. You know.
I know. I don't know. I'm kind of talking myself out of it, but I'll by the end of the show, I'll be back on the Warriors bandwagon. It's because I hate the Celtics. Always have, always will. It's never a big Celtics fan.
In the NBA, also, there's talk of trying to get two expansion teams. Mike. The city of Seattle, Washington, they want a team back, who, of course, used to have the Supersonics. Yeah. And also Las Vegas, who's joining in the fun for the past 5 years or 10 years or so, getting the Golden Knights, and then also the Raiders now working on an NHL team,
NBA team.
What did I say?
You said NHL team.
NHL.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Are you sure you're not high right now?
Yeah, I'm baked right now.
No, that's fucked up.
So
that's not fair.
Las Vegas, I think those are two pretty good cities. I think that if the NBA does, more teams, those two cities are.
Well, what would that take them up to? Would that put them at 32 or 34?
You know what? I'm not sure. I'd have to.
I can't. Yeah, because I can't remember off the top of my head if they're two behind the most. Yeah, because I know the NHL now has 33.
Is that what they're at?
Yeah, I think so.
The only one I know is the NFL.
Yeah, 32 teams. Easy one to know.
Everybody else is irrelevant to me most of the time. So, over in the NHL, Mike, the Avalanche win game 2, 4-0. So 26 goals scored in 3 games in the NHL conference finals. New York and Tampa Bay go at it again tonight at 8:00 for game 2.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa Bay is going to try to even that up. New York wants to create a little bit more distance if they can.
That's big if they're able to pull off 2 on the road.
Yeah,
in the NHL playoffs, that's huge. Getting 2 because now you only have to really split at home, and then you're up 3-0 or 3-1, and you're sitting pretty.
Yeah.
So if they can, if they win this one, that's huge because now the pressure is even more on Tampa Bay.
Right. I can't believe that Vasilevsky guy is still. He was a beast in our first run back in 2016.
Yeah, and he's still like the best. He's still one of the best. Him and the guy from New York, Skurchin, they're the top 2 of the top goalies in the league.
Yeah.
Like, and Vasilevsky, he kind of came out. I felt like he came out of nowhere, or he was probably highly regarded in hockey circles. But yeah, that year when we played him, he came out of nowhere, and he was damn good in that series.
Yeah, you just knew that he was going to be something special,
Yeah, and the way he played that year, and like you said, you saw it coming.
Jumping back to the NBA real quick. LeBron James becomes a billionaire, Mike, a billionaire.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is awesome. The dude, say what you will, has just been a money-making machine for the past 20 years. You know what I mean? As far as, endorsements go, and the guy's been in a championship, it seems like, every other year for the past 20 years.
Yeah.
The guy has done nothing but made money for himself. And, like you said, good for him. He enjoys the likes of Dr. Dre and, all the other billionaires out there. So good for him.
I know, right? Hey, it like for an athlete to earn, to get the billion, that's like someone whose hard work actually, pulled through to like you can look at something like, okay, I understand how they earn their money. That dude earned it. He earned it on the court and translating that success into other areas and being smart with it. So hell yeah, not bad for a kid from Akron, Ohio.
Yeah.
One of the few times I'll recognize the state I live in.
Yeah, no, that's good for him. And you can't say it was a lack of effort. The guy was
Oh,
constantly on my television screen for the past
yep.
20 years. He's been the face of the NBA. Say what you will, have your opinions. Some may say that Michael Jordan was the greatest. Some might say Kobe. Some might say, guys from back in the day. But you know what? For the past 20 years, this guy's face has been all over my television screen.
Uh-huh.
And for this millennium, he would be the guy.
He is. Like him and Kobe are the top two of this, of that time frame, of that era. It's like who would you rather have, Kobe or LeBron? And shit, you can't go wrong with either of them.
No,
you
can't.
But yeah, congratulations, LeBron.
Yeah, no, that is super awesome, man.
What's my billion coming in? I'm working hard, sitting here in my butt, yapping my gums. Where's my money?
Stone by stone, man.
Uh-huh. The stones are getting heavy.
The Ryan Fitzpatrick calls it quits. Okay.
I just saw that before we got on.
But I think what's most interesting about the story is Ryan Fitzpatrick not only is calling it quits, but Ryan Fitzpatrick has played for 28% of the teams in the NFL. That's more than one out of every four. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what happens where your quarterback, you're good enough to win a couple games, and so then you start fooling teams to think, oh, hey, this can be our guy. This could be the backup that gets us in if our starter goes down. We have a steady guy here. He'll win you like 3 games in a row. Then after that, you're screwed the rest of the year. And then that's why he bounces around. That's why he bounced around.
Ryan Fitzpatrick has more touchdowns thrown than Troy Aikman.
What?
Wow. Yes, he has more touchdowns thrown than Troy Aikman, and his stats aren't that bad compared to a lot of the other greats around the league. I mean, he wasn't bad. I just think that he was a really good backup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he would fool you. He would fool teams to thinking, hey, maybe there's something there, so let's give him a shot. And he's, like I said, he'd be good for a handful of games at a time. But then after that, you've realized there's a reason why he only plays a few times a year.
Right. You're right. It's once you start stringing that long-term, trying to put wins together for 10 to 15 games is where you're going to have problems with him. But like you said, you want to get 3 wins out of 4 or 5 games. He could be that guy. I mean, he's good.
Yeah.
It's just like, the thing about him, he's a brilliant guy. He was an Ivy League guy, smart guy, but he just has that he hits that brick wall once he gets to a certain point.
Yep. That's when, the talent level starts to, like, the true level of the talent comes out, because you get that adrenaline for those handful of games going. Then, all right, then at that point, everything evens out. Then that's going to be on a talent and ability at that point. And
right,
like he said, he's only good. Hey, if you only need him for that many games, that's good to have. Because like when the Steelers had
really good backup.
Yeah, like the Steelers when they had Charlie Batch, okay, if Ben gets hurt, we have Charlie. He can hold it together for like 2-3 games. Get us out like 1-2, 3-0, and then hold down the fort until your starter's back. That's what Fitzpatrick was.
The bad thing, right. The bad thing about a lot of these good backup players, they want to be playing somewhere. They want to be starters. They are right on that cusp of becoming a regular everyday quarterback. But, a lot of teams want to bring that guy on as their backup because he's a good backup.
Yeah.
So these kind of guys, they're hard to find anymore. I mean, if they're special and they have any talent, they're going to be somewhere playing football,
Yeah, and because there's only 32 starting quarterbacks in the league, and not all of them are that good. So a lot of teams need to have those 2 quarterbacks.
Right.
And I think we're about to find that out here in Pittsburgh. You're going to need a lot of quarterbacks. You going from a Hall of Fame quarterback to Mitch Trubisky and then a rookie quarterback. You're going to need both of them at this time of the year. It's not like all these other teams. We're going to be, what I mean to say is the Steelers are going to be like a lot of other teams. You're going to need 2 backups, and that's what helped Fitzpatrick, because you need 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah, the Steelers, now we have Pudgy Harris in the backfield. And then
he's probably cut like a mofo, just jacked.
Yeah. We got Pudgy Harris. We got Deontay Johnson playing games with his contract and not showing up, then showing up. We got a rookie quarterback. So I don't know. The offense has a disaster, or has a potential to be a disaster this year.
Oh, yeah.
While it grows. But hopefully, like I said, Pudgy didn't lose much speed, didn't lose much agility, and he can still do what he does out of the backfield. And you know what? If Deontay Johnson keeps fucking around, he's going to find out that Chase Claypool is going to be the number one receiver, and you're going to start to see guys like Pickens and Austin and these other guys moving up on the depth chart, because this is what happens. The guy missed. He decided to join now because he's seen everybody's passing him up as far as progression at Episdoe at the OTAs. So he finally decides he's going to show up. I don't know what kind of season we're going to get out of Deontay Johnson.
I'm not too worried about OTAs because these are all the optional training. Yeah. So word voluntary is in there, so I don't take too much stock into it. I'm sure he'll be ready by the time training camp rolls around. Steelers don't negotiate contracts after, once training camp starts. So. And he's in a contract year, so they're probably, hopefully, going to start negotiating now that they have all the GM stuff figured out. And if they get a contract done beforehand, awesome. If not, hopefully, he's going to have to show up and play. Anyway, there's not much he can do because you can't hold out on the Steelers. Like what Hines Ward did it once, and who else really? Because to me, the Le'Veons don't count because he was not under contract at that point. But I think the only one that I can remember was Hines Ward. And he's him and AB are the only two receivers to get that second contract from the Steelers. And I don't see Deontay Johnson in their class.
No.
He's putting up better numbers than Hines, but Hines, for as much as I'd shit on Hines occasionally because he'd smile when he'd drop a pass, but he was clutch. And AB was clutch too. Deontay hasn't shown that yet. So I don't think he has like no leverage to hold out.
Let me ask you, I just seen something this morning. Who do you think gets in the Hall of Fame first? Hines Ward or Antonio Brown?
If we're just going off of talent and ability, it would be AB.
No, just in general. You got AB probably throwing in the towel this year, so he has 5 years. Who gets in the Hall of Fame first? Is it Hines Ward or Antonio Brown?
It would end up being Hines Ward.
Opinion.
In my opinion, it would be Hines Ward just because of the way AB quit on his team and the media won't vote him in for it.
Okay.
But Hines Ward, to me, he's the Hall of Very Good. He's not a Hall of Fame player. There's so many other receivers in that era that he played that were putting up monster numbers, and he wasn't. And I'm sorry that the blocking, that was great. That was cool. But that doesn't put you over the top for lack of yards, lack of receptions, lack of touchdowns. That doesn't help. What helps is that Super Bowl MVP that he has. That helps more than that blocking does. So that shows right there, hey, it was a key part of winning the Super Bowl. He was on 2 Super Bowl teams. But I don't think he would be in the Hall of Fame. But if I had to pick between those two, just by going through all the circumstances, it would be Hines Ward. But if AB didn't quit on his team, AB would have went in first. He was one of the greatest.
Darrelle Revis, of course, here from our home area. He also was a Pittsburgh Panther, went on to play with the Jets, a couple other squads there. He just got inducted. Darrelle Revis just got inducted into the New York Jets Ring of Honor.
That's awesome.
Darrelle Revis, Joe Namath, and a bag of Cheetos are all in the Jets Ring of Honor. What do you say?
Well deserved too, because he was I want to say he was the best corner of his generation.
I would agree.
He was just that. He was one of the best lockdown corners I've seen since Rod Woodson. He's that good. Dude was amazing. I always wanted the Steelers. I wish the Steelers would have been able to draft him.
Yeah.
But
and even, later in his career when he started bouncing around, I wouldn't have even minded him then, because I think a Revis at the end of his career is just as good as an average, corner that we've had on our team for the past, with the exception of, a couple guys, an average Revis is as good as a lot of the top players in the league, I think.
Yeah. He really didn't slow down like that end of his career. He was still making plays. He wasn't getting burnt that bad in coverage stuff. He was still good. So yeah. Congratulations to him, because there's not that many Jets players I can think of off the top of my head other than him and Joe Namath.
It's funny, and both of those guys are right here from this county.
Right?
Every bit of goodness that the Jets ever had came from breathing distance here. You know what I mean? That's fucking crazy to me. And now they signed Jordan Whitehead in the offseason, so I'm sure he's going to blow up and be one of the best Jets ever as well.
No, there's not a lot of competition there. I'm not trying to be mean, but come on now, it's the Jets.
Yeah.
They know, their fans know. There's just, they're the Jets.
You want to play a fun sports game before we switch over?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, Mike. So I have 7 decades written in front of me. I have the 60s, the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s. Okay. We're going to go through 7 different decades, and every decade now, CBS created this, and we're going to look for who CBS picked to be the best quarterback of that particular decade. Okay, so I'm looking for 7. We're looking for 7 different names. The best quarterback from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 10s, and 20s. Let's start at the bottom. Let's start with the 60s, Mike. Who would you say was the best quarterback in the 60s? Now, if you want, I could give you a hint, which is 3 names. In the what CBS did, they listed 3 quarterbacks for each decade. 1 is the best, 1 is the runner-up, and 1 is the honorable mention. So if you're struggling, you can't figure it out, you ask for the hint. I'll give you the 3 names. I'll give you the best, the runner-up, and the honorable mention, and then you can try to guess from there. So we're looking for the best quarterback of that decade. We'll start in the 60s. You want to take any stabs?
Bart Starr.
Bart Starr is in the top 3. However, he was not
Johnny Unitas. Johnny
Unitas is who they picked. Johnny Unitas.
Okay, I couldn't remember if he was in the 60s or 50s.
What's that?
I couldn't remember if he was 50s or 60s.
I think he was both.
Damn, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Johnny
Unitas was the best. Starr was the runner-up, and Joe Namath was the honorable mention from the 60s. So now we'll jump to the 70s. Again, we're looking, I have written in front of me the best, the runner-up, and the honorable mention. You want to take a stab at the 70s best quarterback who CBS might have selected as the best quarterback of that decade?
Staubach.
Again, that was the runner-up. You picked the runner-up so far, and Bradshaw would be the name. So in the 60s, Johnny Unitas was the best quarterback. In the 70s, Terry Bradshaw, with the runner-up of Staubach, and the honorable mention is Kenny Stabler.
Yeah. See, I would have, overall, I thought, Staubach was the better quarterback. Bradshaw was just on the better team. Because you look at their stats, Bradshaw had, 111, 112 touchdowns and 112 interceptions.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't have guessed Bradshaw to be the best.
Yeah, that's me either. Yeah. But he was the best. He was the best.
Obviously, but if you're looking for the best quarterback, I certainly wouldn't have picked Bradshaw.
Yeah, but he was the best when it counted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to move to the 80s?
Oh, yeah, Joe Montana.
In the 80s, Joe Montana was the best. Do you want to take a stab at the runner-up and the honorable mention?
Oh, God. 80s.
I think if you think about it enough, you'll get it.
80s, Jesus. Randall Cunningham?
No.
Kenny Anderson? Who was the quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals?
Boomer Esiason.
Dude.
Lefty, Southpaw.
Jim McMahon. 80s.
All right.
I'm stumped. I'm stumped on the 80s.
Dan Marino.
Oh
John
shit!
Elway.
Oh fuck yeah! I forgot about them because I don't like
the CBS has Montana as the best. Runner-up being Dan Marino, and honorable mention being John Elway.
I can't believe I forgot about them. I grew up watching those guys, and I totally forgot they played in the 80s.
How many of them fucking CBD things do you eat? Fuck.
I'm staring at them right now. I'm probably still a little fucked up.
You're getting high from looking at them.
I am too.
All right, so we're gonna jump to the 90s, Mike. The 90s. Again, we're looking for the top quarterback of the 90s. I have 3 names here, obviously the same format, the best, the runner-up, and the honorable mention. Would you like to take a stab at who might have been the best quarterback of the 90s?
Troy Aikman.
He's on the list. He is not the number one.
What? Steve Young?
Also on the list, but he is not number one. They are number 2 and 3. Steve Young being the runner-up, Troy Aikman being the honorable mention, and the best is...
I don't know. Are they going with Peyton Manning?
Number 4, Brett Favre.
What? He's not even a top 20 quarterback of all time.
So we got Favre as 1, Steve Young as the runner-up, and Troy Aikman as our honorable mention.
Troy Aikman was better than all of them.
Now I see that we're getting a little good.
If you're going to put Bradshaw in the 70s because he won 4 Super Bowls over Staubach, why would you put how was Aikman with his 4 Super Bowls only an honorable mention compared to Brett Favre's 2? That makes no sense whatsoever. None.
I mean, in his defense, Aikman had a really, really good team around him his whole entire career.
So did Troy Aikman.
So that's what I'm talking about. Troy Aikman had a really good team.
So did Terry Bradshaw. Excuse me, Bradshaw.
Absolutely. But Emmitt Smith ran the ball a lot. Favre was put in a position where he had to throw. And you know what? I don't disagree. I don't know who I would pick of these 3, but
oh God.
So that's the 90s. We're going to jump ahead to the 2000s. I think they're going to get a little bit easier because they are the more modern names now.
Well, shit, man. If we're going like 2000, 2010, 2020, might as well just put Tom Brady in all 3 of them. The guy played in all 3 decades, it feels like.
He did, but we have to try to guess the places as well.
Okay.
So, in the 2000s, we're looking for the best, the runner-up, and the honorable mention. You want to take any stabs?
Peyton Manning.
2020, 209. You pick Peyton Manning?
Peyton Manning for the best.
Peyton Manning is the best.
Brady number 2.
Brady number 2.
Number 3, the 90s.
2000s.
Oh, 2000 shit. Steve McNair. Oh wait, no, wait. Drew Brees. Drew
Brees, you nailed that one.
I was like,
I knew we'd start getting a little easier now that we're getting a little bit more up to date. So we have Peyton Manning being the number 1 quarterback from the 2000s, Tom Brady being number 2, and Drew Brees being our honorable mention. So that was a good one. You swept that round, which reminds me of the Pirates sweeping the Dodgers. We swept them for the first time since 2000, Mike. Since 2000 was the last time we swept the Dodgers.
20 years. 22 years. Right. God, what an accomplishment.
So there's two decades left. You better put on your thinking caps because these are really difficult, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
The 2010s. Now we're looking for 3 quarterbacks. The 2010s. Who would you say?
Brady.
Brady was 1.
2010. Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is 2. 3 is debatable. They went with somebody that I may or may not have picked, but
Peyton Manning.
Who is it?
Eli Manning.
No. Russell
Paint.
Wilson. Now, I would argue that,
No.
Drew Brees never stopped putting up good numbers. Neither did Philip Rivers. So, maybe they're looking for people, they're putting winning championships and things like that into.
But if you're going to put Russell Wilson there for the 2010s, you have to I'd put Ben over him in the 2010s.
I would definitely have Ben in some of these as well. I think it's crazy that he's not.
Wow.
So the 2010s, we have Tom Brady being the best, runner-up being Aaron Rodgers, and an honorable mention being Russell Wilson.
I don't see that one.
And finally, the 2020s, Mike, we're looking for the best, the runner-up, and the honorable mention.
Oh, let's see. This work can get kind of tricky. Best Brady.
Brady is the best.
Runner-up, I'm going to go with Mahomes.
Mahomes is correct, but for honorable mention. So I'm looking for the number 2 quarterback in this.
Aaron Rodgers.
And Aaron Rodgers, yes.
Yep.
Once we hit the 2000s, you blew through them, man.
Yeah, I'm still flummoxed about the 90s.
90s. You know what? Yeah.
I'm sorry that
any 3 of these names and put them in any order. To be honest, they were the guys in the 90s. It was all NFC, if you recall.
Yeah.
Until 98 when the Broncos won the Super Bowl, and an AFC team hadn't won for 14 straight years. So it was all NFC. And if you recall, the 90s, the big teams were the Packers, the Cowboys, and the 49ers. These were the 3 teams that were winning Super Bowls consistently through the 90s, and their quarterbacks were amazing. All 3 of these guys. I think if 5 people sat down and put this list together with these guys, I think that would switch around. You'd have Aikman, you'd have Young, you'd have Favre, and it would just all depend on the person giving their opinion. But like I said, remembering back from the 90s, it was all about the NFC. In the NFC, it was those 3 teams. It was those 3 year after year after year. If it wasn't the Cowboys in the Super Bowl, it was the Niners. If it wasn't the Niners, it was the Packers. If it wasn't the Packers, it was the Cowboys. It was just those 3 guys. So again, like I said, I think you could put these 3 in any position in those 3 spots and be correct. In this particular one, like I said, CBS chose Favre. Whether you like that, whether you don't like that, I think that any 3 of these guys would have been a safe bet. I think they got the guys right.
They got it right, but the order is completely wrong because Brett Favre, people want to say Ben would just throw the ball up and pray. That was Favre. He just chuck it up in the air and let his receivers do all the work. Yeah. Making me defend Troy Aikman. Oh, CBS, you're killing me. God, that
feels dirty. That felt dirty just hearing you say that.
I know. I need hard liquor right now is what I'm saying after saying that.
So there you have it. I'll give you a rundown. The 60s, the best quarterback of the 60s was Johnny U. Best quarterback of the 70s, according to CBS, was Bradshaw. In the 80s was Joe Montana. 90s, Brett Favre. 2000s, Peyton Manning. 2010, Tom Brady. And the 2020s, Tom Brady. Any way you slice that, that's a bunch of talent right there, man.
That's a lot of talent.
Yes.
Lots and lots of talent.
Let's see. Let's change little directions here. Woman finds $36,000 hidden inside of a couch she got for free from Craigslist.
That's the way to do it.
You ain't kidding.
Jesus. We got to go buy lottery tickets. We got to go buy couches. We just can't win.
All these people that are just ass backwards falling into all this money.
I know. Right? I'm not asking for a lot. Just, come on.
A free couch from Craigslist yields you $36,000.
I get a couch from Craigslist, it has bed bugs in it. This lady gets $30,000. Like, what the fuck's going on?
One of them little wooden feet's gone on the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, there's dried baby food on it, dried other stains that I don't want to ask questions about on it. No.
Yes.
She's getting money. This is I'm depressed now. I'm depressed.
I am too, man. That's wild, 36 grand. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? You said bed bugs. Let's see. Male wolf spiders, Mike. Male wolf spiders. They improvise special dance moves to woo their mates. What's that?
These are my kind of spiders.
I was just gonna say, don't you do that?
I do that all the time. I just walk around dancing.
Yeah.
Or a little banana hammock, and I just cut a rug and yeah.
Like, remember the other day when something really important happened on the show and you were dancing instead of paying attention?
Well, yeah. You put me on camera with the music in my head. This is what you get.
I had marked the episode not only the wrong day, it was 6 months off.
That's bugging you more than it bugs me. And I just you might have been like the only one to catch it too.
We'll just go ahead and sweep that one under the rug.
I randomly, I'm just going to start saying every month is January.
Right.
Just to watch you twitch.
An alligator in Florida.
Again?
Again. A Florida alligator snatches a dude's golf ball on the golf course. Dude hits his ball, gets a nice shot down the fairway. You take your little walk down there, you get there, and there's an alligator chewing on your ball.
Was this guy named Chubbs? Was Adam Sandler in tow? Were they looking for his fake hand?
I don't know.
You ever see Happy Gilmore?
I did, like 25 years ago.
Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me. But yeah, that would suck. That would suck because you not only do you lose a golf ball, not only is there an alligator right there, like, and that's like where you got to drop the ball to take your shot. Yeah. So is the alligator? Is it going to eat the ball? Is it going to eat me? Do I just how do I score this? Because you can't play it, so you got to take a penalty stroke. Then where are you going to take your drop from? There's too many issues right here. I can't.
You have to wait till he shits it out, like a game of miniature golf.
You just gotta wait. That's not fair. That would
goes through, and then pops out the other end.
Mm-hmm. See, I don't know if I could golf down in Florida with alligators on the course, because how fast is that little electric little golf cart going to take off? That thing going to come up and catch me as I'm putting along. Like,
I mean, it seems like we've had about 30 stories in the past month about Florida and alligators. There was an alligator swimming in somebody's swimming pool. There's an alligator eating people's golf balls. I think there was an alligator knocking on somebody's door or something shit.
It's fucking alligators. They're cool from a distance. I don't want up close with one. No. And give me my ball back. I need my Titleist. It's the only one I have left. Like,
who
I had 8.
Fuck do you think you are? The alligator. Right. Who the fuck do you think he is?
What an asshole, too.
Don't go down and swamp around in the Everglades. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't go fucking up his shit. Give me my ball back. I want my ball back.
What if it landed right in front of him, and he was protecting it, and it was your turn? You got to go up and hit the ball. Would you do it?
Nope. I'm taking a drop shot right here, boys. I'll take a 2-stroke penalty from this spot. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'll make up new rules as we go.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Oh, fuck that.
Like, maybe once, twice in a lifetime, living up here, you might get a dog that escapes a leash and chases you halfway down the street. Like I said, this is a half dozen stories of alligators chasing people's swimming pools, whatever. Not a big fan. I don't think I would be a big fan of neighboring with alligators.
Me either. I couldn't take that. It would annoy the shit out of me.
Idaho Potato Commission is working on, let me see. They're working on a patent for French fry scented perfume in Idaho. Is it Idaho or Iowa? Idaho.
Idaho.
They're working on a patent to make French fried scented perfume. French fry scented perfume.
That is truly
wrong. I love French fries and I love to smell them when I get them, in the car. And but do you want to walk around and smell like grease all day?
No. I hate if I cook greasy food and I feel like I smell it the rest of the day.
Yeah.
I don't like that. That would freak me out. But hey, there's people out there that like the smell of French fries and want their significant other to smell like French fries. So
I just can't imagine investing in this idea, because like you said, I mean, it's definitely something that you can't target toward everybody. It's no. To me, it sounds more like a novelty gift.
Yeah. Well, that case, dude, the French fry spray a little downtown and you just go right in.
Yeah.
You get it. Yeah, you just go right in. Just dive right in.
American tourists stunned after only being charged $31 for a night in a Moroccan hospital. $31 as an American. He had to go to the hospital over there. He figured, how the fuck am I going to do this? I'm going to the hospital. I'm never going to be able to pay these Moroccans back. He gets his bill at the end of the trip. $31 is what it costs him to go to the hospital in Morocco. I'm sure they used, plastic forks and rusty spoons to do whatever they had to do. However, it only costed $31 to get treated in a hospital in Morocco.
That's what just about every other country in the world, you walk in as a foreigner, you drop like $5 and you're good to go. I think the key is if I get sick, I'm just gonna buy a plane ticket, fly to a country, walk in, guys, I got sick here. I'm like, all right, we got you. Drop down my $31 and all right, good to go.
Yeah, COVID wasn't shit to the people in Morocco. Like, hell yeah, give me the test. I'll go to the hospital. Fuck it, I don't care.
$31, man.
But the money that they make, that probably is a lot to them, because that I have a gentleman, a musician in Africa. He's from the Gambia, and when I was talking to him, if let's say for an example, if you would give him $10, it would equal $10,000 in the Gambia. Now, with that being said, everything is priced accordingly. It's almost the same exact thing as it is here, but it's just the way that the numbers are and the way that numbers break down. Because like I said, if $10 is $10,000, you buy something for $30,000, it would be the same thing as buying something for $30. So, like I said, who knows if $31 is a lot to people in Morocco.
Well, in Morocco, they have I was looking it up, they have looks like it is they have universal health care, so the cost is just going to be so low.
Yeah.
So so it is just they pay because they paid in their taxes, and boom, $31 for an outsider. That's all you have to pay. So it looks like they go
something. I'm not a hospital guy or a doctor guy. I generally don't go unless I absolutely have to. But you know what? You're paying $31 an emergency room visit. You'd have to consider it over there.
Yeah, and anywhere, dude. I'll go anywhere with that. And shit, sign me up. I'll pay for my universal health care. I already pay for insurance. Might as well just roll it over that way to where it's cheaper for me. Let's go.
Right.
I want it.
You show up with a $50 bill, you would be like, Bill Gates over
there. No, not in Morocco. They actually have they have a nice little economy over there.
Do they?
Yeah.
Speaking of foreign places, the European Union bans Russian oil.
Yes.
Sends oil prices soaring.
That's just an
Russia would just knock
excuse.
it the fuck off. You know what the fuck? The only what are they doing, Mike? What are they doing? What's he doing? I heard this morning that somebody, the president over there in Ukraine, said now Russia occupies 20% of the Ukraine right now. 20%. That's 1/5 of the country. What's he doing? What's he? I mean,
he wants to restart the Soviet Union. That's what Putin wants. He wants to reconquer all these lands. And these people are like, fuck you, get the hell out of here. This is our country. We were a country before you people came along in the 40s and the 30s, 40s, and 50s and took us over. No, get the fuck out of here. And that whole thing about, the oil prices are going up because we're embargoing on Russian oil. That's just other oil producing countries, taking advantage of the situation, and oil companies taking advantage of the situation. Go, you know what, screw it. We're just going to raise the prices, and investors and oil speculators on the stock market buying at future contracts at higher rates, hoping the price per barrel of oil will go up at that point. It's just a bunch of manipulation going on and just jacking up the prices, and the wealthy people who are investing all this shit making more money. You're looking at, I look at BP's stock, it's through the roof. All these oil companies, they're just making money hand over fist. And all they do, they just keep raising prices because they can, and no one's going to stop them.
Right. Oy.
Just give me my flying car. That's all I want. My flying cars with a little hydrogen fuel cell that will blow up on me. That's all I want. I want to go down like the Hindenburg.
Let's stay in Europe, Mike. A 103-year-old Swedish woman, breaks Guinness record for world's oldest skydiver. 103. I want to start off by saying I have zero desire to ever do this in my life.
Yes.
I think the people that are doing it, I think they're a bit nuts, because here's the thing, nothing is fucking guaranteed. You hop out of something and you see fucked up shit happening all the time in this fucking world, man. It would just take something being tangled the wrong way inside of your, just no desire. And you know what? Think about when you're going down on a roller coaster down, there's that period of time where you just kind of think, okay, get to the bottom of this fucking hill already, so I'm going to lose my mind. Can you imagine free falling from a billion times fucking higher than that roller coaster is, where you're just constantly falling and falling and falling toward the earth? No desire. None.
Same here. F that nonsense. Parachute could fail. Reserve chute could fail. Nope. Not going to happen.
Human error outweighs the thrill for me.
Same here. Let the plane crash. I'm not jumping out.
Yeah.
Nope. But hey, that's the time to do it. 103, because if you die, you die. You've already lived your life.
Yeah.
Have a heart attack on the way down or splat on the way down. Hey,
I guess that's the way to do it.
Wait till the end. If you're gonna go out with a bang or a splat, one of the two.
California fires, they're saying, are worse than they've ever been. Boy, that's a trend. Every year they've been worse than they've ever been. Like the fires.
The fires, the hurricanes, the tornadoes, everything's getting worse and worse and worse. I just don't want to live here anymore. I'm gonna set up a little biodome at the bottom of the ocean. It seems safer down there.
You won't.
Yeah, I am. I just sold my pirate season tickets to a hardcore Yinzer. So,
Hey.
I got about like $3.50 out of the deal, so that's more than enough.
$3.50.
I come dressed up like the Loch Ness Monster. Chef's parents kept giving me money.
Right.
Little South
that's
Park
going to be their worth at the end of the year. Those tickets will be about $3.50 because that's going to be just the price of the paper that it was printed on.
Exactly. Paper might be worth more. That is decreased in value.
Yes. Let me see if there's anything that I just have that I kept pushing back all week, because it is the end of the week and I don't want to take anything into the weekend. Start off fresh next week. One last thing, I guess, the Jubilee celebration in
for the
England. The Queen, they're putting our pictures on Stonehenge. They're celebrating the Jubilee celebration in England. Mike, do you have an opinion about this one way or another?
I'm down. I'm always down for a party. So any excuse to party, hell yeah. Let's go for someone who doesn't do anything really anymore. It's, monarchies are just a figurehead. But you know what? I have a party.
Yeah.
Have a party. Get drunk like the Brits do. Have a good time. After that, they can bump off down the road.
Sit down and have a pint.
But I bet she's going to line up. I can picture her lining up a bunch of shots, just fucking slamming them back.
I can see her doing them stomach shots off like the guards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. She's like, I'm old and I'm the queen. I do what I want.
And they would still have their red coats on with just the bottom buttons undone with their stomach. And she would just go down the line and take shots off all their belly buttons.
You know what? I would pay good money to watch that.
Yeah.
Just to see her do that. I'd pay good money.
Mike, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody about the website?
2dumyinzers.com. Yeah. Every episode's on there. YouTube videos update daily. So as soon as this one's done and posted, it boom, right up on the site. We have our link to Spotify, Stitch, Anchor. Catch the episodes that way. If you don't watch this on YouTube, you don't want to see my beautiful face, shiny and bright and cheerful, you can always check out on Spotify, Stitcher, and Anchor. Link to the merchandise store is on there as well. It's 2-dum-yinzers.spreadshop.com to find all of our beautiful merchandise.
And if you don't want to look at Mike's hideous mug, you could always put your finger over the screen, which is what I do. When I go back and watch video, I put my finger over Mike's face so it doesn't make me throw up and I can watch the video comfortably. So you could always do that. And also, whenever I'm doing the show, I just X his box out so I don't have to see him. So don't be frightened by the face.
Oh, that's jacked up, bro.
Many things that you can do to enjoy the show without seeing this thing.
You know what?
All right.
I'll hide your screen, so I'm the only one on this. I'm recording this shit.
Mike, I have a trivia. Do you want to try to see if you can go up 3 games to none here in June?
Yeah, let's do this.
Do you have your pencil and paper?
I always.
All right. So this is to go 3-0 in June. However, if you don't get it, you'll drop to 2-1. Still not a bad start. 66%. Let's go ahead and get it rolling. In 1979, another 79 question. I must be getting these all from the same area of the book. In 1979. No.
Uh-oh, he can't read. Uh-oh.
Okay.
You're right there.
Yeah. So totally ignore the 1979 beginning. That was from something.
Okay.
That was from something different. All right. Which player won both Super Bowl MVPs for Super Bowl 13 and Super Bowl 14, which are 2 Super Bowls. The first 2 Super Bowls, there were 2 Super Bowls the Steelers played in, 13 and 14. One player won the MVP for both games, is what I'm trying to say. A, was it Franco Harris? B, was it Randy Grossman? C, was it Lynn Swann? Or D, was it Terry Bradshaw? Now, again, we're looking for the one player who won Super Bowl MVP for both Super Bowl 13 and 14, which would have been their latter 2, which would have been one against the Cowboys and the one against the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, Mike, the question is, who won the MVP for those 2 Super Bowls? And go.
Your button still broke.
Huh? Yeah, I got issues. Like I said, I'm trying to do something to get the camera. Yeah. Yes. It's fucked
Okay.
up. Leave me alone.
Yeah. I just don't want to hear you sing.
Meet Virginia.
Oh, fucking hell. Kill me
All right.
now.
You only got like 5 seconds. You have a pick yet?
Yeah, I got it picked.
Oh, you got your pick? Okay.
Yeah.
Do 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 do. All right. So, Mike, for our trivia game to finish the week, we have which player won Super Bowl MVP for both Super Bowls 13 and 14? Was it A, Franco Harris, B, Randy Grossman, C, Lynn Swann, or D, Terry Bradshaw? Who did you pick?
Bradshaw.
Terry Bradshaw. That's your final answer?
Yes.
How does this Grossman keep ending up in all these questions?
Because he's Randy fucking Grossman. Put some respect on his name.
Nobody would have ever thought Randy Grossman would have won 2 Super Bowl MVPs. You know what I mean?
Like, that's like the kind of question, though, if you don't follow along sports, like, this guy, did he really? Did we forget that?
Right.
Yeah, if you're not on your toes, you're like, okay, this guy sounds legit.
All right. So which player won both Super Bowl MVPs for Super Bowl 13s and 14s? Franco, Grossman, Swann, or Bradshaw? And you said Terry Bradshaw.
Yes.
And now, is this your final answer, Mike?
Yes.
Are you confident?
Yes.
You're confident you'll be 3-0?
I'm confident I'll be 3-0.
Now, the answer is Terry Bradshaw.
I know. I'm bringing it.
3-0, Mike. 3-0 after the terrible May start that you had. You were off to an undefeated 3-0 in June. How do you feel about this?
I feel good. I feel pumped. I had a good week. Hopefully carry over to next week. Doing good. You know, coach put me in a good position to win. You know, yeah, feeling good.
I like it. And as we know, the questions get progressively harder as the month goes on. So just, make sure you sleep with your sleeping cap on. We'll try to catch you off guard and stump you next week. But great job this week.
Well, thank you. I am just a wealth of knowledge.
You are. And Michael, once again, it is time. Yes. Believe it or not, this is the end of the show, the end of the week, the end of the show. The week went fast.
It did. It was great. Oh, now it's gonna suck because no more show for the rest of the week. I don't know what to do with my life.
I agree. I know that you'll be spending the weekend working hard on material for the show next week. I know you'll be in your room with the door locked, brain going, smoke coming out of your ears. You're gonna have bits and material and everything else, right?
No, I'm gonna come in sleep deprived and exhausted like always, and hopefully you can carry the show.
Maybe you start putting gum on your nose or some shit.
Right? I gotta do something.
Gotta think of something. But hey, everybody, thank you so much. We really enjoy doing this, and like I said, we appreciate you all 5 days. For everybody who joined in, or if you didn't join in, hopefully you caught the show later on when you had a chance, or let's do it over on Spotify. So we do want to thank everybody. This is all for you. Mike and I, we're going into the weekend here. Like I said, Mike's going to be working hard on the show all weekend. So we'll see what he comes up with on Monday. But other than that, everybody, enjoy your weekend. Get out a little bit. It's June. It's summer. The kids are done with school. Hey, go out there and do your thing. But hey, for us here at the Two Dum Yinzers, he's Ryan. I'm Mike.
I'm Mike. He's Ryan.
Have a great weekend.